YISRAEL, there comes the halacha, where we find the cheshivas of parents ERETZ YISRAEL. So it's a Gemara in Brachos Mem Aleph says that what we have all the time is the halachas of Kedima and Brachos. It's machlokes in the Gemara, machlokes Tanoim, when you have two pairs in front of you. So how do you decide which brachas comes first? You pick the Kedima and the brachas. So machlokes Tanoim, and Chachamim say that you make a bracha in Shiva. Rav Yudah says you go by the Chav. Now, the Gemara is mavor, and that's like the halacha. The Gemara is mavor that this halacha that you're makdim, we paskin that you're makdim pairs shvius, pairs of shiva saminim. You're makdim the pairs of the shiva saminim first. And the Gemara is before we pass that's only when Blejer and Shabbos. That means that both brachas are bird priya eights for mashal. So if you have two bird priya eights, one is an apple and one is a shiva saminim, you go by the shiva saminim first. And that's when we pass now like the chav. If it's ein Blejer and Shabbos, so then you have dama and eights, two different things. It's nine vizayis, something like that, two different things. So then we pass and you go by the chaviv. You go by the chaviv first, ikar halacha, and you go the other way. But if you don't have a chaviv, it doesn't matter. Then you go by the min shiva. So there's a mile to min shiva also in that case. So, where does this din? What's the yisoid of the makdim shiva saminim? What's the yisoid of the din to be makdim chaviv? And why sometimes is chaviv better than shiva saminim, like by ein Blejer and Shabbos? And why is sometimes shiva saminim better than chaviv, like by Blejer and Shabbos? So chayra pshat is that the yisoid of the kedima of chaviv is different than the yisoid of the kedima of shiva saminim. Like this, chaviv, the lashon of the Rishonim is harini mevarech es boiri b'masha ani roitze. Chaviv is a difus in the bracha itself. It's going to be a better bracha, more geshmak bracha. You have an opportunity to mishabeach HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Why take something you don't like? Take something you do like. You'll have more of a geshmak. It's more chashivas in the bracha itself. Shiva saminim is a different type of kedima. Shiva saminim is like this. If you have a choice, when you make, let's say you have an apple and a pear. When you make a bracha on the apple, so how come you don't have to make a new bracha on the pear? What's pshat? You don't have to make a bracha on the pear. Each food you make, you have to make a new bracha. The teretz is the Rashba says that it's b'derech greira. It comes it's not like as if you made a bracha on the apple, on the pear, and because you wouldn't be allowed to speak in between. L'mashal. The pshat is the ikar bracha was chal on the apple, but b'derech greira, everything which is also the same bracha, it's the hemshech of that achila, so it's niftar from that bracha. So the kedima of shiva saminim is don't patter up the shiva saminim derech greira, make a bracha on it. This is perish and nishtapcha in ERETZ YISRAEL. So this peri, you should make a brach on it. You shouldn't just patter it up. So comes out that the kedima of shiva saminim is not chashivas in the bracha. It's a chashivas to give cover to the peris. The chashivas of chaviv is a chashivas in the bracha. The chashivas of shiva saminim is that you shouldn't patter it up. You should rather make the bracha on the pri itself. Now, where does this? It could be a shtickle nafkamina. I was thinking, with this yisoid, like this. So someone was here yet last night. He has a kollel of Hakim in ERETZ YISRAEL, and he. So I was surprised. I told him this is what we're going to talk about. So he said he had the following shaila: that what happens if there's another kedima of shalom? It's another Indian. So what happens if you have a fruit salad? So fruit salad has in it a lot of different cut up fruits. Some are eight, some are adama. So you go to the roiv. So let's say the roiv is an eight. So in the cup of an eight, it doesn't make a difference. It's all eight. So you take a spoonful of the eight. So it's cut up fruits, and one of the fruits in there is a grape. So you cut up grape and other fruits. And you also have a bowl of nuts, and you have a nut over there. So should you make, or stam, you have another fruit, it's shalom. Should you make a bracha on the shalom? Should you make a bracha on the fruit salad that has in it shiva saminim? You know, you're not making a bracha on, should you make is there a reason to make a bracha on the shalim? Shivas Aminim goes before shalim. But here, is it really considered making a bracha on the Shivas Aminim? Because it's the Shivas Aminim is really the meat of the fruit salad. Or should you make a bracha on the nut, which is shalim? So I think that the pshat is that if what?
I'm not shalim. Broken out the shalim.
Could have one. Could have a pistachio nut. Once you take it out, you make the bracha and peel it off. You mean? The nut is shalim. What? Right. So you can have a blueberry. So that's maybe. So the l'cha'ira, if the pshat is that the kedima of Shivas Aminim is mitzad the cheshivas of the bracha, so you're not making a bracha on the grape, chanami. But the pshat is when you make the bracha on the bowl, you make a bracha on everything in there. So you're making a bracha on the grape. Also, if you would make the bracha on the nut, you're bechal not making a bracha on the grape, and you're pattering it up derech greira. So l'cha'ira, you'd still have the maila of the Shivas Aminim. If there would be an adifus to the bracha, l'cha'ira, the bracha is not being chal, is not being made on that, on the grape. So maybe not. But if you go with this understanding, that would be Allah. Now, where do we learn this din of kedima from? We learn it from, it's a machlokes. The mandam that says that there is a din kedima is midir Rabbi Yitzchak. Rabbi Yitzchak says, "Kol muktam b'pasuk zeh muktam lebracha." Shneimar eretz chita v'sar gevin tein avrimon eretz yishem menudvar. So it's a din kedima. Upliga der Rabchanan, but there's the one dharma that argues Rabbi Yehuda that says we don't go by Shivas Aminim. So what does he do with the pasuk? He says eretz kol pasuk kula l'shiurim nemar. We learn out every peri of Eretz Yisrael. Chita Soira is a shear of the Torah associated with that peri. Pnei Yeshua's Masbir, what's the machlokes? Machlokes is that the mandama that says you go by shiurim, it's a shavach to Eretz Yisrael. The shavach to Eretz Yisrael is that the peris of Eretz Yisrael have in it the shiurim. If you go by the other mandama, it's a shavach to the peris that the pasuk chose these peris to mishabech Eretz Yisrael with. Must be that these are chashav peris. You wouldn't use not chashav peris to mishabech Eretz Yisrael. Oh, fine. But Rabbi Yashav asks a Gavaldik Kasha in the Haaretz. He asks a kasha in the Gemara. The Gemara is mashma, it's deraisa, because the other mandam is taka deraisa. But if brachas is only derabanan, so how could you have a limud deraisa from a pasuk about hilchos brachas when the whole brachas is derabanan? And it's mashma it's deraisa because there's a pliga on the other mandamar. It's amar, and the other mandam are saying a deraisa concept that mideraisa the mile of the pasuk is that in shtabachim and Eretz Yisrael because of the shiurim. Mashma, this man that we're saying also deraisa. So if brachas is derabanan, how could you have a pasuk deraisa telling me about kedima in the brachas? This is kasha. He's mechadish over there, gavaldika yisoid, and he says that the pasuk is not being mechadish a din hilchos brachas. The pasuk is mechadish the seder kedima of Peres Eretz Yisrael, the way you're supposed to be makdim in the Peres Eretz Yisrael, and it's for a lot of things. L'mashal, if you're coming to take off Trumas and Maasros, take off from in Lahaktim, you should take off from this order first, because Nishtabcha ben Eretz Yisrael and there's a Kedima. And I don't know what other, I don't know if you're putting in your cart in the store, I don't know what other dinim, but there's dinim, you're maktim, stamazah, even not in brachas. So he says, the pasuk's telling me that when you're coming to eat it, the achila, the Kedima is in the achila. You should eat, when you're coming to eat pears, you should eat these first. Memela, that's where you make the bracha. The bracha is taka memela. So, l'mashal, could be nafkamin according to what he's saying, is, let's say you have a suda that has only a tu b'shvat suda, and you only washed, you had bread and only pears. You didn't bring pears. Later, you washed and all you had was pears. So you don't make a bracha on the pears, if you washed and all you had was pears. So is there, you're not going to make a bracha on the pears. So if you're not going to make a bracha on the pears, is there a din to be makdim the achila of the Shivas Aminim in the Seder of the Pasuk? So Pasuk Shai, read the Gemara, doesn't say such a thing. The way Rabbi Yashav learns the Gemara, so the Gemara is telling you a Seder of the achila itself.
Shul say you have a grape and an apple, so you have to make a bracha on the grape first, but you can just take a mash with the grape and then you can eat the whole apple if you really want to eat the apple first. So thank you.
Yes, so you marked it in the achila, you ate it first. No, because there's a kasha.
95% of the grape inside. the apple.
Okay, but you ate it. You might no, because it's a something.
It's one time.
Because there's another kasha. There's another kasha on that. So the kasha is on that is that if you're going to say it's a din in the seder achila, so the big shaila is on Rosh Hashanah, Leil Rosh Hashanah. So by the simanim, so the big tumult. How do you make the order of the bracha and the simanim? So you have over there tamarim. So tamarim is a siman. You have remain, tamar. Tamar comes before remain, and then you also have the tapuach, apple and honey. So those that are makdim, the tapuach, the minig, whatever, fine. But there's the if you would follow the strict letter of the law, whatever besides the minhagim, so you would make a bracha on the tamar first. Good. So even those, I've heard a lot of people say you should make a bracha on the tamar first. So what does everyone do? You make the tamar first, and then you do the apple. But according to this, you do the tamar first, then the remind, and then go to the apple. And that's taka no one says that, right? So Rav Simcha Ledinsky in the Sefer there asked Reb Chaim Kanievsky this shaila according to this Havana of the Achil, because other and he said it's only going the Akdama of the Achila. It's not going even if there's Akdin to be maked in the Achila. It's going on which Achila you were maked in first. It's not a seder always. It's only the first one. So what? Yeah, he's saying pshat on this. He's not the only Achron that says this. I said it from because I saw it inside in ours. But other Achronim say it also, so he's saying that it's only in the Akdama, the Achila. Okay. Now, okay. So now, that's the Yisoid. But what we're saying is that the chshivas of min shiva is that you shouldn't patter it up there agrera. Besides that, there's also a seder kedima, a chshivas in the order of the min shiva as well. That the Gemara says beforish that you go the kedima, whichever one is samuch le eretz first comes first. Okay, so let's just say over some sfeikis that come up lahalacha from the kedima of shivas aminim. Okay, first thing. Is the first one is chita v'sa'ira, eretz chita v'sa'ira. So chita v'sa'ira comes first. Shulchan Aruch paskins chita v'sa'ira comes first is not when you're eating the chita v'sa'ira plain. Pshutai. How the chita v'sa'ira koyd medavka k'shasa mem tavshil. So it's talking about when it's bar minei mezainis. Aval koyses chita because bar pri adama ein akademis bar pri eitz. So the ikar kedima of chita v'sa'ira midin shiva saminim is when you're making a bar minei mezainis on it, when it's a min tavshil, not when it's adama. Now, what happens if so? Is there a maila to bar minei mezainis stamazai? Let's say you're making bar minei mezainis on rice, for example. So is there a maila? Is the pshat? Well, let's be making one more thing. Bur pri agafen, eretz chita v'sa'ir, gefen is the next one. So bur pri agafen is next, but there's also the second eretz. The pasuk says eretz chita v'sa'ir gefen teina v'yiman, and then the pasuk says again eretz zeis shemen udvash, and the Gemara says if you're more samuch to the second eretz than you are to the first eretz, you go by the second one. So chita v'sa'ir are the first two that are next to the first word eretz. But in the second word eretz in the pasuk, zeis shemen v'dvash is zayis and tamar. So zayis and tamar are number 1 and 2 to the eretz basra, and gefen is only the third one to the eretz kama. So which one should come first? Grapes or tamarim and zayis? So tamarim and zayis come before grapes. But what happens if you made out of the grapes wine? So you make a bar pri agafen. Bar pri agafen is a bracha mevoreres. It's a chashav a bracha. You're not just saying bar pri eitz in general. You're specifying this eitz. Since the bracha mevoreres, you make a bar pri agafen before you would make a bracha on a zayis and tamar. Okay. Now what happens if you make bar minim zaynis? So bar minim zaynis is before hagafen anyway, because it's first in the pasuk. And that's why when you by kiddush we cover the chal is one of the reasons, because otherwise you should make the hamoitzi, the mezainis, before the agafen. So now, okay, but what happens if you have bar pri agafen and bar minei mezainis, but the minei mezainis is not chita v'sa'ira? Let's say Berman is something else. It's made out of rice. Huh?
Made or rice?
What's oats? Why not? No. Oats has a mile of shosamin. Look at this. Right, because it says here, how you love on of tavshel mekemach kusma shibol shul v'shifain, kivin dem varach al tavshel bar minim zaynis berchos kedemes, because it's minchita and it's also oisim min pas. So what about iris? So the lashon of the Mishnah Berurah is pretty clear. The lashon of the Mishnah Berurah says, "Chi chashuva shegam berchos bar minim zaynis yibrach muvares kamo yayin ve'areyu kedemes leyayin bekra," and it's before yayin in the pasuk. So it's mashma, you need two kedimas, you need two milas. Bar minim zaynis is not considered real bracha mevureres be'etzem. But fakert in a way, it's very broad. It's on anything. You can make a mezaynis on anything. It's not a bracha mevureres, and the ikar mila is only if it's shivas aminim. And that's what some svarim doesn't seem so clear in the place of Maisa, but he paskins like that bar minim zaynis on iris does not have the mila over something else, and you would make a bracha on the chaviv. It doesn't necessarily have a mile. Okay, so now here comes an interesting shayla. So we're saying that there's no be'etzem mile in bar minim zonis. The mile of bar minim zonis is because it's the first two in the pasuk, chita v'sa'ira. So according to the way the Mishnah Berurah is mashma, the Mishnah Berurah and the Ramah and the Magen Avram are mashma. Mechaber maybe not like that. That the mile is only because it's of the seder of the pasuk. So what happens if you have Zakta Magen Avram? What happens if you have a zayis and you have bar minim zonis out of sa'irim, out of barley? So you have barley and you have a zayis. So you went to a Sephardish Kiddush. They have olives and they have cholent. And cholent made out of wheat, so you don't have the shaila. But if you have Ashkenazi cholent and they serve olives, so you have olives and the bar minim zonis of barley. So what do you make first? So Magen Avram, what passes Mishnah Berurah at the end is not like this, but according to the Magen Avram and the Ramah, you would make a bracha on the zayis first, before the bar minim zayis, because the bar minim zayis is on sa'irim, and zayis comes before sa'irim, right? Because it's the first one. ERETZ is before bar minim zayis of sa'irim. So here comes a gavaldik shayla. What happens if you want to make a bar priya gafen? We just mentioned before, a bar priya gafen versus a zayis. What comes first? Gafen or zayis? And it was following? Bar priya gafen or a bar priya eitz on a zayis? Gafen. Gafen's mevareres tzvi. Gafen's mevareres tzvi. So you have a bar priya gafen and a zayis. So what comes first? Bar priya gafen. You have bar priya gafen and a cholent of sa'irim. So what comes first? Not on Shabbos. Sa'irim comes first. Kollel l'kra. So now if you have yayin, sa'irim and zayis, so you can't eat. You have nothing to eat, because if you want to make a bracha on the sa'irim first, the chant of sa'irim, zayis is before sa'irim. So now, I can't eat the zayis because if I'm going to eat the zayis, you have the gafen comes first. If the gafen comes first, the sa'irim comes before the gafen. But right. But the zayis comes before the sa'irim. Mevureres is a mila in the hagafen over the bar priya eitz. It's not a mila in the mezaynis. Mezaynis is only out mila of kadin l'kra, but the zayis is kadin to the zayis is kadin to the sa'irim. This is a shayla shana love whatever. It's I don't know what you do. What? So we were talking this morning about it. And my son was here. So my son was here, so he said, every Shabbos we cover the chalos, so just cover the mezainis. So does covering the mezainis help? It's good eitzah, no? So does the covering the mezainis help? So there are many poskim that are mashma that we cover it on Shabbos taka is there to bavar in the hilchos kedima. So if you cover it, it's kilu, it's not there. It could be you don't have to make it takes away the hilchos kedima of the sa'irim. So if you cover the mezainis, well, no, because it's busha because you should make it first. So now that I'm good, so I'm masalik it that I'm not making it first. Oh, you're saying it shouldn't be embarrassed, and even though you should be. No, but the lashon of a lot of poskim is, you cover it so that you don't have to make it first. It's Shiloh place, but there are a lot of places that are mashma who says it prefers like that.
The Shul just never tzachim. It says that the whole bar is that you're not supposed to bring out the suda before kiddush. So covering the challah.
Right, but if you're going to bring it out, cover it.
He said the seal.
Right. There's lashonis and lashonim like that. So one other case that also is like this, that you have three things. That's a big steer of what to make first. Is it's already after the top of time. Okay, let's just say the ara is he asked before about oats. So if you have kusmin is rye, I think, right? So if you have kusmin is min chitim. So if you have min chitim, I'm waiting for my. Well, we'll say the ara different time. Okay, this is the ara that we want to leave it. Okay. The ara is also something like this. If you have kusmin is min chitim.
That's right.
Yeah, it's min chitim. So if you have min chitim, so then the halacha is as din ships aminim, and it's before zayis even because it's min chitim. But sa'irim, since it's before shpakra, sa'irim is before kusmin. So it's before chasei and Shabbos and zaynis. So it's before shpakra. So kusmin sa'irim zayis.
Yeah, take him.
And your zayas. Same problem.